just in the car, like we talking, he just asking like how my flight was and like how I'm doing and stuff, and just like really interested in like really trying to talk to me and shit. You know, when you mess with like a nigga, like hood niggas, like how I like, they cut different, feel me? The most they gonna do is ask you if you want something at the gas station.
No, I really can't complain. Wave. Everything is straight. Wave. I'm in it for keepsake. In the field with the cleat lace. Beat freak with the bare face.
What's good, you guys? It's your girl, it's your fave, Jstdej, and I am back with another video today, you guys. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If not, welcome back. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe for me, okay? Anyways, you guys, welcome back to another story time. It has been a minute since I did a story time. I told y'all that I will be uploading one every month, so I was like, I'm just gonna do once a month, and I haven't yet for April, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that today, okay? As you can tell by the title of this video, I'm gonna be telling y'all about my first time getting flued out. But before we get into this video, I have to give a huge shout out to Forever Rose. They sent me these beautiful, beautiful flowers. I chose the circle box with the lavender roses, and they smell so good, y'all. I've had them for a little bit, and they still smell amazing, just like when I took them out of the box. So make sure that you check the description box so you can check out their stuff, because I definitely have to get me a big one of these. Is it beautiful? Just for everyday decor, and I love them. So shout out to Forever Rose. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. Let me take a little sip real quick. This is good. I think this is pink Moscato, and I just put a couple strawberries in there. Bomb. So y'all already know I'll be having to give y'all the backstory, so let's start with that. When I was younger, I used to go to camp. I used to go to summer camp. My parents used to send me there literally every summer. Me and my cousins, all of us used to go to summer camp. So that's actually where I met this dude that flew me out. So we're gonna call him Leo. We're gonna call him Leo because he's a Leo, and I no longer like Leos. Lying ass Leos, loser ass Leo, lame ass Leo, like Anyways, that's how we met. So that was years and years ago, so I have known him for quite some time now. He's actually always been like fond of me, which I see why, but he's always been fond of me. So he's always trying to like talk to me on Snapchat or Instagram or whatever, ask how I'm doing, all type of stuff like that. So let's fast forward to, well, not current day, but when we got a little bit older. So he actually went to school. I think he went to like Ball State University, and he was in the Army. He just pretty much was like all around just like a well-rounded like guy, you know? So that's to me attractive right off the bat. So anyways, he graduated college and like all that stuff, and he became a doctor basically. Well, I call him doctor. Me and my friends call him doctor. That's his nickname. You know, he does very well for himself to be like the age that he is, and just he's just like well-rounded, just period, like period. I was ducking and dodging him, you know, for like quite some time, like for the longest time, and then he finally messaged me one night when I was at the club. So he messaged me one night when I was at the club, and he basically told me that he had moved back to the cities. So I guess he ended up moving back to the cities because this is where he got his job, and he claims that I was the first thing that he thought about once he moved here. So I'm like, you know, like that's what's up, blah blah blah, girl. I'm in the club drunk texting, okay. I'm like, oh, okay, like cool, like that's what's up. He's just like asking like, can you take me out to dinner, and like, can you do this and can you do that? Girl, it's 1 a.m. and I'm up in the club. I ain't even like register all of this, so I'm having to save the messages on my Snapchat, you feel me? Because I'm like, you know, I ain't even like don't remember this. I ain't even gonna lie. I actually did live like downtown, and he lived in like these nice ass lofts. The people that live in those apartments or whatever, they be driving Benzes, okay, it's big body whips, like you feel me, like they do well for themselves, people that live over there. So I'm like, oh, okay, you know, he let me know where he lived and like all this stuff. Whole time this man still has a whole nother house in Indy, so remember that. So the next day he like, you know, is texting me or whatever. I guess I ended up giving him my number because the next morning when I woke up, he was like, this is Leo, you know, whatever, and we kind of just like started talking from there. So I'm not gonna lie, y'all, he was very consistent, and to me that's attractive because I don't like a man that's inconsistent, whether we just now started talking or we have been talking for years and years. That's just something that I don't like, because then that makes me feel like you're not interested. He would text me all the time, and being that this was a new job and like he was so busy and like all that stuff, I just felt that was like super attractive, because I'm like, little old me, you know. So that made me feel really good. He had been here like in the cities, but we hadn't seen each other just because of his work schedule and because of my work schedule. Y'all know that I work a lot. If y'all watch my vlogs and stuff, I literally work a lot. YouTube, my hair business, and I work a 9 to 5 as a mortgage processor, so I'll be limited on time too. The only time that I really have is my weekends, you know. And by the time the weekends come, girl, I'll be tired. So anyways, like, so I have to go back to Indy or whatever. I have this, that, and the third to do down there. He was like, you should come down there and like spend some time with me because I know I haven't been able to see you and stuff. So in my head, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I don't know about that. My friends like, go ahead, like, go girl, like, you getting flued out, like, blah blah blah. And I'm not even gonna cap, around this time, me and all my friends, girl, bye, we was having the hottest girl summer, okay? Hottest can be, hot as it get, okay? 400 degrees. So everybody was getting flued out. One of my friends said went to Chicago. I had went to Indy, and I think one of my other friends had went to Miami, so we was lit. Anyways, so let's go. That's like the background. So let's go ahead and fast forward to once I actually got there. So once I actually got there, I was on the phone with my friend, like, girl, I am so nervous. I haven't seen this man since I don't know when. We were talking like FaceTime and stuff like that, but I mean like actually see him like in the flesh. It had been a long time, like since we was kids, damn near. And it's summer camp, you know how long ago that was? I'm 25. So yeah, so he go ahead, he pulls up. So he pulls up and he picks me up from the airport or whatever. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I be so shy. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I be so shy. So when I first saw him, I'm like, imagine, I wasn't dressed, I wasn't nothing, like, I just wasn't thinking nothing of it, but like all the shit that he was doing, crazy. I would have came crazy looking just like this, but we're gonna get into that. So he comes and he picks me up. I mean, he grabs my bags. I tried to open the door, he's opening the door for me. Nah, shorty, nah, let me stop. He didn't say shorty because he's very like, he's very articulate, so I feel like I had to like turn myself down a little bit. And I feel like that's kind of like why I was a little bit shy, and I actually don't believe in doing that. I feel like come as the fuck you are, take it or leave it. You gonna like it or you not, feel me? So anyways, I was just so shy. So we get in the car or whatever, y'all. I'm quiet as hell, okay? You could hear a pin drop, okay? You could hear the birds outside chirping, chopping it up. Like, that's how scared I was. I'm like, you know, I hadn't seen him, but he did look really good. He looked really good. He works out a lot, so he's very buff. Like, his body looks nice. You know, he had his little haircut or whatever. He chocolate. He looked handsome. So I'm like, you ain't look like this in summer camp. You feel me? So anyways, we just in the car, like, we talking. He just asking like how my flight was and like how I'm doing and stuff, and just like really interested in like really trying to talk to me and shit. You know, when you mess with like a nigga, like hood niggas, like how I like, they cut different, feel me? The most they gonna do is ask you if you want something at the gas station, you feel me? Like, so this was different. But anyways, so we just riding. He's like, he put on some R&B or whatever. He was like, you know, I really like R&B. Like, that's like pretty much all you're gonna hear like this whole weekend. So he put me on, like, he trying to talk to me and like all this stuff. I'm nervous, you feel me? I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, you feel me? We finally get back to his house that he has in India or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. So he's like, you know, you can put your stuff here, like whatever, let me know if you need anything. And he was just telling me like to get dressed. I didn't know where we was going. I didn't know what was supposed to be going on or like none of that. He just basically told me to get dressed and like that I had an hour or whatever. So I shower, you know, I get dressed and like all that stuff. And as soon as I was like done getting dressed, he was like, you look so cute, like you look beautiful, blah blah, all that stuff. And I'm like, oh my god, you feel me? So after that, I guess he knew that we was about to get faded. He knew we was finna get faded. He had a car there and he also had one like back at home or whatever, but he ended up calling the Uber. So he calls the Uber and we driving and we talking and stuff, and we pull up to this winery. So we pulled up to this winery. Mind you, I had never been to a winery ever in my life. I had never been to one. I never really thought of going to one. I don't know why, but yeah, I never really thought about it. So anyways, we pull up to this winery. It is a beautiful winery, It's beautiful. There's not too many people in there, so it made it really easy for us to like talk and all that stuff. And for me, y'all, I just like a man that like be taking initiative. I love a man that take initiative. So he, you know, he ordering everything, he doing whatever, like he know what's going on, like he cut like that. So he was just like ordering everything, and he was just like asking me if I wanted anything special, blah blah blah. But he drinks like a lot of wine, so he knew what to order. He basically ordered everything. I'm not gonna cap, the man ordered everything. So when we got like to like the tables and stuff, I tried to pull my chair out. No, this man pulled my chair out. I said, say less. So he's like asking if I like wanted to sit here, and then there was like this other room that was kind of like closed off that was also really nice, because I think around that time a game was playing or something on TV. And so he just asked if like I was like comfortable with being there and like all that stuff. Cool. So we ended up just like staying out there kind of like where everybody else was at. And they brought like all this wine. So they brought all this wine, and they brought out this sheet of paper, and basically on the sheet of paper it said all of the wines, and it had the numbers on the cup so that you can tell what you was drinking, so that you can kind of tell what you like and what you don't like, so that if you decide to purchase a bottle when you leave, it'll be a little bit easier. So he does that. He ordered everything, so we get to wine tasting. We wine tasted after probably like 3 or 4 that we had a piece. We was lit, we was talking, we was vibing, like it was great. We was vibing for real, feel me, girl, it was a vibe. So he had ordered like a meat tray. He ordered like a meat and cheese tray, and it was really good. It was really good. And we was just like eating, we was still like drinking and stuff, like we was having a good time. We was just like laughing and like all type of shit. It was a really good time, and I feel like that was my time to really get to like know him and stuff. So it was lit, girl. So after that, he just like asked if I was like hungry and stuff, so he ended up taking me to this beautiful restaurant that I so was not dressed for. That restaurant was gorgeous. That menu, the girl, I'm like, okay, this is a lot. This is a lot. But anyways, we got to this restaurant. He opened every door per usual, like I told y'all, and we sat at this table. It was beautiful. Like the lighting in there was like super beautiful. It was very elegant. It was a beautiful restaurant. So he like order whatever you want, like, you know, whatever. Y'all, when I tell y'all I didn't spend a red cent, I didn't spend a red cent, and rightfully fucking so. I didn't spend a red cent. Mama raised the boy right. That's all I gotta say. Too bad he ended up being a fuck boy, but we gonna get to that. So of course in my head I'm thinking like, this is way too good to be true. This is like, there's no way, you feel me? Like, there's no way. So after that, we ordered food. It was like a really good dinner. We ordered wine. This man got wine. We had shots, we had mixed drinks, we had appetizers, we had full course meals, we had everything, literally everything. That was like a really good time. Okay, and I don't know if y'all know, but I love me some NBA YoungBoy. So I'm in the car, we in the car in the Uber getting ready to go back to the house or whatever, and he like basically telling dude like, let me put he basically telling dude like, let me plug up my phone for like the aux or whatever. What do he play, y'all? He started playing some NBA YoungBoy. Y'all know YoungBoy is my man, okay? No YoungBoy slander will be tolerated in my comment section, period. In my head I'm like, what? I'm like, oh my god, I love him. So we ended up going back to like the dorm and stuff, and we ended up going to the store. He just kept on like asking if I needed anything. He just kept asking if I needed anything. Like, by this time I'm not even lit no more. By this time I'm not even like lit no more. But it's the weekend, like I'm out and about. I just wanted to get faded. I wanted to smoke some hookah, and we did like just that, and it was such a good time. So later that night we ended up just like chilling. We played like Uno. We played like a giant Uno. We like basically swapped playlists, girls. He taught me how to play beer pong. It was just a good night. So like the first whole night was just awesome. The rest of that time was so good. He took me out to lunch the next day. He took me to get pedicures. This nigga took me to get a fucking facial. This nigga took me to do everything. He took me to the movies. Like, girl, he was treating me like a real princess. And I was telling him that, I'm like, that's lit. Like, you feel me? Like, and I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, I want that for every woman. I want that for every woman. This whole experience like that I encountered my first time ever being flued out was amazing until I came back. But it was amazing. Like, I didn't lift a finger. I didn't, none of that. He was even gonna take us to get massages, but it was a lot going on. So it was just a good time, girl. It was a great time. And then I went to Walmart and he balled out on me in Walmart. Stop playing. Everything was great. It was great. It was just like such a good time, y'all. Now let's fast forward to when I came back. So when we came back, you know, obviously both of us like had to like work and stuff and like all that. And I can understand being like pressed for I feel like what am I trying to say? So basically when we came back, I feel like that's when all hell broke loose. I feel like that's when he became like a lame brain. That's when he became crazy and obsessive and all type of shit. Bro, this nigga was blowing my phone up. He was blowing my phone up. He was like tweaking on me and shit. He's like basically said that he felt like I was uninterested in him. That I used him to get flued out to fucking Indy. Like, come on, bro. And basically just saying that he felt like I was uninterested because I wasn't texting back fast enough. Listen, if you know me in real life, comment down below. I don't text nobody back. I don't text nobody back. I don't call nobody back until I feel like it. I ain't proud of it, but listen, this is my life. I don't do anything unless I want to. Okay, so it's not like I was just ignoring him on purpose, but I work a lot, you feel me? So it was just a lot. But he was just basically telling me he was just like, oh, you know, blah blah blah, just tweaking on me. So he used to always be like, after this, he was the first person to watch every Snapchat I ever made in history. He was literally the first person to watch every Snapchat. Y'all know in the little corner when they say like posted 20 seconds ago, posted 50 minutes ago, it said posted 3 seconds ago, and this nigga had already watched it. I'm like, anyways, this nigga gets to tweaking in my text messages because he saw a guy on my Snapchat. He saw a guy on my Snapchat who was my cousin and started tweaking. He like, oh, so if you just want to be with other niggas and just be with other niggas. I'm just like, boy, I'm not even your girl, bro. Like, I'm not even your girl. I understand that we entertaining each other, but like, let's be real. Like, stop. So it just became a lot. It just became like way too much for me. And then I felt like he just like started getting disrespectful, blowing my phone up. Like he would start blocking me and shit, just like doing weird shit like that bitches do, you feel me? So one day he just started japping on me. Let me tell you what this nigga said. One day he started japping on me. He like, he was like you wanna fuck with these lame ass scrawny ass niggas, cause he is buff, but damn, he like, you wanna fuck with these scrawny ass lame ass niggas. He was like, oh, you want to fuck with a nigga who I could pay to clean my fucking toilet? I was like, well, damn. Like, girl, it's crazy because let me rewind back to when we was at the club. This nigga was saying he had sent me and my friends a car. He had sent us this. He'd do all this stuff. And it's great that you have money and like all that. And that's cool, but I feel like the money gotta come with something. Like, I'm not about to be with a man that's disrespecting me. I'm not gonna be with a man who think that he could hold $1 over my head. Bitch, I make my own money. Then he was like, you know, he was like, you're weak. He was like, you're weak. You wanna be with a weak ass nigga. Like, he was just saying all type of shit. Like this nigga really knew me. I'm like, bitch, we probably hung out once or twice. Actually, no, we hung out one time. When I got flued out was the only time that we hung out, and he started spazzing after that. Spazzing. Like, how do you go from Prince Charming to the jackass that Prince Charming rides up to the castle on? Like, you an ass. He was being like a complete ass, bro. Like, it was crazy. He was just being like so disrespectful and like so rude and stuff. So I just couldn't, like, I could not take that. So he would be texting my phone and I'd be ignoring him. This nigga see me on Facebook and start inboxing me on Facebook talking about, oh, so you can't text back? What? Like, let me insert the screenshot because stop playing with me. I'm just like, ridiculous. This is crazy. Like, this is crazy. So yeah, y'all, that's crazy. Then we stopped talking for months and months and months. We stopped talking for a long time because I just wasn't about to tolerate no disrespect from no nigga, and I just wasn't feeling his vibe anymore. So y'all, not too long ago, this man gonna text me talking about, so I miss you or whatever. He was like, he's like, you want to travel with me? Do you want to travel with me? He was like, let's fly out to Miami. And he's like, I'm gonna get us these Gucci slides. You like these? This, that, and the third. And I'm just like, stop throwing money at me, bro. Bitch, if I want the Gucci slides, I'll buy them. And no, I'm not going no fucking where with you and your nasty ass attitude. You ain't about to, what? You ain't about to cut me up? Like, no. He the type of nigga that will like beat on you or some shit and be like, I'm sorry, I love you. Like, nah, nigga, because fucking around with me, you would get pops. Like, I don't even play like that. So that just had to be cut off completely. But it was just fucked up because my first time getting flued out was one for the books. Everything afterwards, I would not recommend whatsoever. But anyways, that's basically the end of my story time. Let me know in the comments below your first time getting flued out, okay? If you want to get flued out again, how your experience was, and if people be getting crazy after the fact, because buddy ass got real loony, like straight jacket crazy, like woo. I don't know, y'all. But yes, so that is the end of my story. Make sure that y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and turn your notification bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos. But until next time, sis, peace.